My name's Millie. I'm one of the acting UK recruitment managers here at Brunel. My colleague Dayla is also in the background. She'll be answering any questions throughout the webinar. So what we're going to cover today is what clearing is and how it works. I'll be going through a 5-step results day plan, so looking at searching and applying through clearing. What happens next? So when you get your results on results day, if it doesn't go to plan, if it does, what happens and your next steps? And also looking at some success stories as well. So some of our students who found a better fit through clearing at Brunel. As I mentioned, there is a Q&A box, so please feel free to write in it throughout the webinar. Dayla will be keeping an eye on it, so she can answer any and then I can answer any remaining at the end. So to begin with, what clearing is. So it's used by all universities and colleges. So it essentially helps students to find and apply for courses which still have spaces available on results day, which is the 13th of August this year. So look, clearing can be used in many ways. So you can use it if you essentially do better than expected and want to trade up. Students might want to study a different course to when they first applied the previous year. They may want to study at a different university as well, so they might have just changed their mind. And also they may not have sent their UCAS application before the 30th of June. So there are other reasons why students apply to clearing. It may not just be that they got lower expected grades. Also, there's a few myths we do hear around clearing, that the courses are rubbish, which is not true. There's lots of top unis and competitive courses that are listed on the clearing UCAS websites. Also as well, you'll be stuck with whatever you get, that's definitely not true. The student has full control on where they choose, what course they want to study, what university they want to go to. As long as they have spaces and also the grades, then they can choose to apply where they want to go to. So some key things that is worth noting down for your students. So clearing opens on the 2nd of July this year and it closes on the 19th of October. So it's open for a good couple of months. From the 2nd of July, you and your students will be able to see all the clearing course options on the UCAS website and also the university websites as well. We do recommend to prepare for clearing for results day and for students to slot in clearing numbers of each university that they're potentially interested in applying to, so it's easy for them to call on the day, as we know it can be quite a stressful day for some students. Also as well, ask your students to have a look at different variations of the subject of interest. Again, you can do this from the 2nd of July. UCAS is really great at this because you can just type in the university and the subject you're interested in, and it will give you different variations. So for example, economics, it can show you joint honours with economics and management, as the grade boundaries may be slightly lower as well for different variations. Also as well, as it can be a really busy day for some students on results day, ask family and friends to help you call universities as well. However, we do say that we ask the student to be present in case we need to ask them, to confirm some information and confirm information and if they actually want to do the course and go to the university. Also as well, create a list of universities that ask for lower and higher grades. You never know what's going to happen on results day, so always keep an open mind into different grade boundaries as well. Also as well, ensure you have good signal, and you're in a quiet room as well, so you will be on the phone to someone from the university. Also as well, it might be worth having a notepad open with a pen to take some notes down. Essentially, planning for clearing will really prepare your students to be calm and collected on results day, as they'll know what they need to do with any outcome. So, as I mentioned, you can have a look from the 2nd of July at all the different types of clearing courses available on UCAS from all the different universities. So the first one you filter down is the subject you're interested in. You then can put on the location filter, so the location, the university or college, and then the distance from you, so you can really filter out where you'd like to go. And also you can even filter into which universities you're interested in. You can see there, you can select up to 3 different universities. As you can see here, this is an example of Brunel. So this is, for example, an accountancy course, and then it's giving you other options with placement and with business management as well. So it's giving you a few different options. So going on to your 5-step results day planned. So number one, as I've already mentioned a few times, is get prepared. So make sure your students have all the information ready on results day. So the questions we usually ask them is for their actual or predicted grades, their UCAS ID, their clearing number if they already have it, the course name they're interested in, and also GCSE grades as well. So I would definitely have, you can get some of these beforehand. So I definitely ask your students to have these written down somewhere. So for when you call up or do your application online, they have it there and then. Also as well, review your choices and search clearing vacancies. There's also different options available. You know, we're not just narrowed down to one course. They can keep their mind open. If they didn't get the predicted grades and things like that, they can look at foundation courses as well. So I'll just play this video in the background. It is from 2025, obviously, because there is clearing isn't open yet, but it will still sort of be similar layouts. So this is from studying at Brunel University. So you can look at different types of websites. So you can look at the university website, the student room as well, university answer questions, student post live updates, and include student stories as well, as we do know that students really like to speak to other students. It's more familiar, and they can give them more of an idea of what the university or the course is like. Also as well, the main one that I've mentioned is UCAS, so you can look through UCAS as well. As you can see here, these is applying through Brunel University. So I'll show you on the next slide on how to do the application. So Clearing Plus. So it's a tool you can use within Clearing to get a personalised list of your courses that are likely to accept you. So it's a really good tool for making things a bit easier for the student, not have to search through all the different types of courses for them. It makes it more personalised for them and also saves a bit of time. So it's essentially for students who have been unsuccessful in their applications or it's their first time applying through Clearing. Clearing will also let you, Clearing allows you to browse all the available courses at universities, while Clearing Plus suggests courses that are likely to accept you based on your application. So as I mentioned, it saves lots of time searching for the courses manually. So the third step then, I'll show in the background here, the application going on for Brunel, so you can have a look in the background while I speak about these next steps. So number 3, get your students to take time and talk to people. So they can do this throughout the whole entire clearing process. It's a really big step in their future going to university, and they really need to take time to make an informed decision. So, you know, speak to them as teachers and careers advisors, ask them to speak to their friends, family, people who are already at university. It's a really big decision and you don't want it to be rushed. Also as well, so number 4 would be contact your chosen university. So once you have decided on your chosen university, you can call their clearing line. So all universities will have their clearing line on their website, or you can apply through the online clearing form on their website, which you can see here in this video that was just shown. And then number 5 would be accepting your new offer. So once they receive their offer, they then have 24 hours to accept this through UCAS. Okay, so once they have accepted their offer, what happens next? So they will receive an email confirmation of their provisional offer from us. As I mentioned, their offer is guaranteed for 24 hours. They then need to refer themselves to us on the UCAS account. So they need to sign into UCAS. And then under add a clearing choice, so they'll be able to see it quite clearly. They click on that and they fill out the course and university details by the deadline date provided in the provisional offer email that we send to them. So once they've referred themselves to Brunel, we'll then process the application, but do let students know to bear in mind that we do get a lot of applications, especially sort of on the first couple of days. We need to verify different details and things like that. So just bear in mind they may not receive the formal offer straight away, but it will be you know, we'll be working on it. They can also, you know, call up the call line anytime, just if they want to get any updates. We'll be more than happy to help and give any updates. So once we've confirmed their offer, we'll update it on their UCAS and then they will receive a formal offer email from us. Students will then be able to apply to student accommodation, and it is guaranteed for them up until a certain point in August, towards the end of August. And if they are also applying for student finance, just make sure that they've gone onto the student finance website, and they, change their details to the different university and course they're going to. Okay, looking at a few different success stories from our students at Brunel. So Amy studied A-levels. She didn't make a UCAS application during sixth form as she planned to take a gap year. And then come results day, she decided she then wanted to go to university. She called up multiple universities in clearing and ended up accepting an offer to study biomedical sciences at a different university. She completed her first year there, but due to personal reasons, she didn't want to carry on her studies. And then she went through the clearing process again. She applied to Brunel for direct entry into second year and she got accepted. So this was all during clearing. She visited the campus at the clearing open day, which this year is the day after results day on Friday, the 14th of August. And she said it just felt right. So Daniel's journey, he again studied A-levels, but he wasn't sure what he wanted to study, but he knew he was really passionate about business and entrepreneurship. So results day came round and he unfortunately didn't receive his predicted grades, so then he went into clearing. He said Brunel stood out to him because of its business study courses, the many types of different support we offer at Brunel, and the different placement years as well, which are a really good opportunity for students. He called Brunel on our clearing line and said it was a really quick and easy process. He accepted the provisional offer and had his final offer confirmed within 24 hours. He said overall the process wasn't as stressful as I thought it was going to be, which we do hear that a lot from students. They do think it's going to be a lot more stressful than it is. But as I mentioned throughout this webinar, it's all about the preparation and researching the different courses and universities before results day. Have a second plan in place for if you want to change or something like that. It will make it a lot less stress-free. So what happens if? So if your students no longer want to go to their firm choice, they then can use the decline your place button in their UCAS application. So from the 2nd of July, if your student's holding a firm unconditional place, they can release themselves into clearing by using the decline your place button in the application. They should only use that button though if they no longer wish to take up a place at the firm choice. If they're unsure, definitely speak to the university or college, and also speak to you guys as well as teachers, careers advisors, to discuss their options. If they want to remain at the same university or college, but they want to swap their courses, they must speak to the university or college in the first instance, as using that decline their place button will mean any arrangements they've made for accommodation or scholarships will be cancelled. And this is something usually the university can do without declining their place. So just say to the students, if they want to change their course, call up the university first instead of clicking the decline my place, because all the arrangements that they've made will have been cancelled, unfortunately. If they use the button, so if they use the decline the button and complete the steps, their place will be declined and their contract with the university or college will be cancelled, and they will lose their space. So they should only use this button if they are very sure that they no longer want to use that place. So if they decide to decline their place on results day, you are released from your place. You'll have to apply through clearing once released. So they must make sure they have a formal offer from a university before declining their place. So that's one really important thing we always say to students. They must have sort of a formal offer before declining their place. Okay, I've just put our call centre line down below there. So if you wanted to take a picture of it, send it on to your students, please feel free to. It's also on our website as well. But I will just have a look at the Q&A now. While I'm doing so, I've just put some QR codes at the end here for our upcoming webinars. So we have a Teacher and Advisor webinar from Simon Fairbanks from the Uni Taster Days. He will talk through 5 must-knows to help your students master their university journey. And that's on Thursday, the 9th of July. If you scan these codes, you'll get a link to the Teams link. Also as well, we have a similar webinar to this, focused more for students, which is for the clearing webinar as well. And that's on Thursday, the 6th of August. So if you'd like to pass on that link to your students, It'll be in August, so they're sort of summer break, so hopefully they'll be able to join. I'll just have a look through the Q&A. Okay, so when does clearing officially open and close, and when do you expect the busiest period to be? So clearing officially opens on the 2nd of July, and it will close on the 19th of October this year. Usually the busiest period for clearing is on results day on the 13th of August, and then on for the next couple of weeks after that as well. We are really busy, and other universities will be as well. And also, obviously, when GCSE results day come through as well, because they may be waiting on those results. When clearing ends, are there still opportunities for students to apply later in the cycle? Are there any January intakes? So this isn't for all undergraduate courses, but I know for a certain few there could be some January intakes. There are, so this is something that you just need to talk to your students about, see what they're interested in, and just have a look specifically, because there will be only specific courses that may do January intakes for undergraduate courses. What are some mistakes you see students make on results day, and how can schools help them avoid these in the lead up to clearing? I probably mentioned this throughout the webinar, but definitely something that we see a lot is that students don't have a plan B, so they don't do any sort of research and don't have a look at the Clearing UCAS website to see different courses. If results day comes and they don't receive their predicted grades, or if they just wanted to change courses as well. So I think the biggest mistake is that they've turned their results day into a very stressful day because they're not sure what they want to do and they just apply to anything. So I would just really speak to your students, and we want to be positive that they'll get their predicted grades, but also do have a plan B, and see what other universities are offering as well. So just do your research basically, and see what they want to do. But yeah, I think the biggest one is that they haven't prepared as much for results day. Okay, I think that's everything now. So I hope you enjoyed that webinar. I hope it was very informative and you're able to pass on some information to your students. And please do pass on that Teams link as well to your students for the 6th of August. You can also email our school visits email, which is schoolvisits, all one words, @brunel.ac.uk. And myself or the team can definitely help answer any questions. Thank you for joining.